This case is Hazelwood School District versus Kuhlmeier. It went before the Supreme Court in 1988. Justice White gave the court opinion in our text. The case began with a school newspaper called Spectrum. Students wrote and edited the newspaper as part of their Journalism 2 class. It was distributed to students, school personnel, and the community. It was monetarily supported by the school. Prior to the last publication of the school year, the paper was reviewed by the principal, who objected to two of the articles, one discussing students' pregnancy experiences, and the other the impact of divorce on students. While alibis were used in the pregnancy article, the principal was concerned the students could still be identified. In the divorce article, students' names were still included, although the teacher intended to remove the names, and the principal felt that the parents should be given a chance to respond to the article or consent to its publication. The pages the articles were on were eliminated and the rest of the paper was published. The suit came in regards to whether the deletion of the articles was in violation of the students' First Amendment rights. The court responded that students do not have the same First Amendment rights as adults outside of school. The teacher who had taught most of the school year had exercised a lot of control over the paper and had always received the principal's approval prior to the publication of the articles. As publisher of the newspaper, the school has a right to ensure that the readers or listeners are not exposed to materials that may be inappropriate for their level of maturity, and that the views of the individual speaker are not erroneously attributed to the school. Schools must consider the emotional maturity of the audience. The court determined, we hold, that the educators do not offend the First Amendment by exercising editorial control over the style and content of student speech in school-sponsored expressive activities, so long as their actions are reasonably related to legitimate pedagogical concerns. The principal's decision not to allow the 2 pages to be printed were legitimate for several reasons, including identifiability of individuals interviewed in the articles, appropriateness for young students at the school and the possibility of younger students reading the articles, lack of journalistic fairness in interviewing a student regarding their parents and not allowing the parents to respond, and use of the newspaper forum for personal attacks.